everything now?
Yep, we're good.
Yep, I'm good now.
Okay.
Turn
Trying to piece
these
things together from the
dweebs
muted point.
down, and then. Yo, what up? How's it going, man? It's me and you. Big chillin', big chatting, long-awaited. I was gonna say reunion, but that implies we've talked to each other. Hello. But say it again. Say it for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Batatanator.
Batatanator. Man, I was trying. I was trying so hard. I'm terrible with names, even my own. Really
Does it
bad.
feel different?
It does feel different. Yeah. So, what up? What up? How's it going, man? How's life?
I'm doing amazing, man. How are you?
I'm well. I'm really well. Thank you for
I'm
taking time out of your
very-
schedule to come on and commentate some games with me. I wanted this to happen. I want to work with every My Hero content creator in some capacity. You know.
I am very flattered you asked me. I'm actually very I'm very excited to do this, and yeah, man, you're doing great work. I mean, you do a lot of content, so I'm pretty amazed at what you do. And I want to take this opportunity to learn about a lot about you too. So
Sure.
thank you for this.
Yeah, you're very welcome, man. So we'll talk about the game a little bit, and then we'll intermix. I heard a beautiful saying today or yesterday while I was watching some Super Smash Brothers Summit 13 that commentary is just a podcast. So we'll get to the podcast part of it. Have you seen Stain versus Endeavor before?
I haven't seen a lot of Set 2, I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I have seen Endeavor, but I have not seen a lot of Stain. So yeah, I've never seen them both against each other before. So this is pretty interesting. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, this is a really fun matchup, I think, because both of these characters, I mean, one of them hits really hard, and one of them wants to leverage like getting pokes in and like getting stopping my opponent from having advantage, where the other one wants to amass this absolutely massive wall. Like the bigger the stage, the bigger the discard, the bigger my punches come through, and so it's gonna be fun. Everybody at home, we are having a bit of a lagging issue, and so I think on Twitch after this game, I'm gonna actually in stream reset my PC and then kick it right back up and see if it's on my end. So these players are gonna be playing a little slow.
Oh no, it's the Batatanator curse.
Oh no. So speaking of the curse, I guess. Tell me about you. Who are you? Where are you from? Give me your card game background.
Yeah, Tam, thank you so much for this. My name is originally from my mom and my dad. They decided to name me Manar El Zaidlani. It's Manar. Manar, it actually has a meaning, if you guys are wondering.
I do.
In Arabic, a Manar, every name in my culture in Arabic has a meaning. And I'm pretty amazed that people don't have a meaning to their name sometimes. Like they don't know, like Smith, for example, they have no idea like the origination, for example, or anything behind that. So
right.
But yeah, so my meaning kind of guides me. My parents, I think they had a vision when they named me. So it was Manar. Manar is actually derived from the word Manara, and Manara is a lighthouse. It's the actual building. Manar is the light within the lighthouse that guides the ships. And that's the originating light that originates itself and guides around it. So I think that's kind of resembles what I do here. I kind of do these videos. I try to inform. I try to bring as much value to others as I think that, you know what I mean? That's why when I said my name gives me meaning, it's like it literally translates to everything I do. Even when I started this YouTube channel, I really want to just give value, try to guide people to the best resources as fast as they can get it. That's why I try to do these top 16. It's very hard for people to find these resources and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I try to make it available. And yeah, that's. But yeah, Manar. So yeah, El Zaidlani is just the last name. Our last names are pretty. I don't know why I'm stuck with my name, but anyways, our last names have to do with your location. So Zaidl, Mount Zaidl. But anyways, I'm Syrian originated, born and raised in the United Arab Emirates, born in Tawam Hospital in Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
And yeah, I've seen Dubai, I've hung out, all my friends are from there. So, yeah,
Dang.
we've done the dream. And 17, I moved here. My mom's actually from New York. So we came here at 17 and to Wichita, Kansas. We never left.
That's amazing. If you would have asked me, I'd have been like, "Yo, I'm Tam. What up?" I could not have given you this big huge background. That's tight. That's really cool. So how do you how do you go from that huge background all the way zooming forward to card games, right? Who are you in a card game space? You said you want to be the lighthouse, the information bringer, which is really, really noble. A lot of people when it comes to card games, you know, they're in it for the money. I see a lot of backpack salesmen, but as somebody who wants to go into for the education aspect of it, I think it's really noble and awesome. So how did you what's your original card game? You found My Hero. Speak to that a little bit.
Man, this is another amazing story. I mean, I don't think we're gonna be able to talk about this game, although it seems amazing. Seems like Stain is developing really well, and Endeavor is actually already pushing. Oh my God, bro. So Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously, you're bro. Okay, I remember this. This is a memory I will never forget in my life. I think it was fifth grade. I'm not sure for sure, but I was already, maybe it was sixth grade, maybe it was seventh grade. I'm not really sure, but it was somewhere around middle school. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh for the first time in my life, and in the UAE, it's kind of it's takes some time for liberalism to hit, and if you know what I'm talking about, it
Yeah,
takes some
yeah.
time for us to get the stuff that is on TVs
Just got to get
on like.
translated and such, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the cards. We never got the cards for a while.
Oh,
But
okay.
we did have the TV show. Yeah. But they did translate it. Yeah. It takes time. Yeah. It's like Japanese, it'll come 2 months later, dubbed or subbed, whatever.
Right.
But anyways, so. And even the card game was the same way. So it took us a long time to start the card game. And so what I did, I will never forget this, brother. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh so much. I used to watch the game shows so much. I remember I used to collect telephone cards. The old payphone telephone cards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
used to go to old payphone telephones around the city, find cards on the floor, pick them up, and write on a piece of paper the name of, like, for example, Skullagram
Whoa.
or whatever Yu-Gi-Oh would say, and I would
Yeah.
write it down, and then I would write the HP. Remember in Yu-Gi-Oh, they would give you all his attack and his defense
Yeah.
in a box. I would write those down, and I would not know the effects. I would not know anything. I would just know and I would literally have like a stack of them going to school, and I will never forget that memory ever in my life.
That's
And that's how I
sweet.
started.
That's very,
Then I
very cool, man.
Yeah, then I stole my first. When Yu-Gi-Oh came out, there was the two decks, the Yu-Gi-Oh and the Kaiba one, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember my dad didn't want to buy both of them, so I picked one, put the deck in the other one, and picked and took the other one and bought it, and I got both of them together. And you know what's funny? Those decks are like worth $10,000 now.
Yeah, they're so
Like
expensive.
sealed. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was like first edition. But yeah, that's how I started, and then. Honestly, I never stopped, man. I just enjoyed it. You know how kids enjoy chess in high school? They have like this
Yeah.
chess club.
Yeah.
I feel like if there was a card gaming club, I would be in it. I would like to be the top. I would have always like tried to be like in the top. I love that competition. It's always made sense to me to make decks and deck build. It's just so much fun for me.
I love it. I love it. So we're gonna push to the game. And we can keep talking. If any questions or whatever, we'll just chat about it. I just want to give the audience like a who are you specifically, not just on Twitch but on the YouTube video as well. But it looks like we are on turn 4 for Stain. We had 3 turns of build, 2 turns of build, and then Endeavor built a little, and we're swinging back with a slashing whirlwind. About to be a 6 mid for 5 asterisks, maybe more if we pop the babies. And our hand looks like a little yoked. What did we?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna pressure too hard. I think he's just gonna get as much damage as he can. Maybe a couple of momentum pieces, and
Yeah.
try to settle down a little bit and get ready for defense. And Endeavor seems to be ready here as well. Maybe he'll get rid of a couple of cards. I do want to ask you, Tam, do you feel like set 2 changed the game in any way, and how do you feel it did? I feel like people actually, from my initial observation of what I've seen, they're actually taking a little bit more time to build and to establish a better stage, better like field, and rather than what we used to do, where kind of just aggress turn 2. Honestly,
Yeah.
that was one of my main strategies.
Right. Yeah. 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 Now I think actually 100%. Yeah, I think that the game is going to be incredibly different when it comes to set 2. There's like way more answers with what's going on. Um there's way more answers with like what's going on with every symbol and the choices that you get to make. Like even seeing this here, like this endeavor, like we haven't seen an Earth deck do incredibly well, just because of
Any response to play?
give me 1 second. It can't combo. That card was flipped due to
and then I'm
shield.
gonna say that you don't have anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yep. Flip to give it plus 2 damage with staggering presence, and if it's
Thank you, Carnage, for the 2 months. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, okay, so yes, to answer your question in a whole, I think the game is going to be unbelievably different. I think the game is changing so incredibly much with set 2 out, to the point where, like, set 1 was getting borderline stale, borderline solved, whereas set 2, I think, is so crazy open and, like an absolutely insane amount of fun, cool, interesting stuff to see.
Yeah, Tam, like in my locals, we have amazing players, insane, like amazing. Some of the best players I've ever had. They're really teaching me a lot. I have, for example, Chris, John, the owner of the shop, actually takes a lot of wins. I mean, they're insane. Anyways, what they told me was set 1 was the best set to play deadlocks in, because now you're gonna see a bunch of deadlock enhances, and you're gonna see some insane, like the game is about to switch so drastically. You know
For
how we
sure.
never see a deadlock enhance ever like do an effect, and people were abusing it, and that's what they told me. They were like, you should abuse having more than 10 foundations set 1, because set 2 you're not gonna be able to. Oops, unfortunately, Endeavor draws into 4 foundations, and that's gonna make it a little bit stale for this turn.
We could just go up to deadlock. Actually, we could this could easily build like a build to pass kind of angle, or feel it. If we have the other option, you know, straight up, if we could just relentless as the poke, yeah, and then see how they respond to it, right? Like this is posturing that, yo, we don't have a lot going on. Yep. We know if they're not caught with a mid block in hand, like it could be just like a little bit of chip damage and then like continue, because we've got what, 10 foundations in the discard pile. It's still only, or 10 cards in the discard pile. It's only +1 damage, but this is a 6 damage move swinging in, right? It starts at 5, yeah. 6 damage swinging in. That's a decent poke if we get through.
You look at top card of your deck.
Stain opting not to use his response because we have landed a hit. We have that the not the slashing whirlwind, but the piercing descent was able to swing through and do. Did it not do enough damage? Question mark. I'm gonna see what's the damage on this card. It's a 5. Didn't it get +1 damage from something? Couldn't we have responded? Oh, you know what? We committed our character to block the face shield. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's why we didn't get to pick a bonus a card up. If we got to pick that bonus card up, oof, this has been a crazy turn.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Endeavor's pretty set up, pulling up punches on the stage. He wants to attack. He just wants to go full out, and we'll see how Stain reacts. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't commit and use Stain's response either. I think that's. I mean, I don't know what Endeavor has in his hand. You never know. I mean, Relentless. Although he did start with a very low difficulty to attack, so maybe that would give you a signal that he doesn't have much of anything else in his hand to attack with, and maybe I would have just messed around and made him commit more with Stain. But yeah, immediately went into his, like you said, Tam, into the building afterwards, and looks like that's it for him.
Also, playing this attack is like totally chill because like I'm down. Our game plan, our loops for Endeavor, right, is to block everything except 1 5 damage move, soak that one, pick up a sweet block, or pick up a sweet attack to then swing next turn. And the fact that we know that we already have 1 Relentless in hand, as long as we don't block with a Relentless, we have every Relentless in our discard pile in our hand next turn. Like we got them all. Right? We find a lead in attack after getting punched for 5, Relentless, and then just it's off to the races. And we now have, what, 13 in discard pile? So every attack next turn is going to get +2 damage. These 7 damage Relentlesses are going to add up.
I mean, I really love this Endeavor Earth. I mean, what can go
Flash
through
on
right now and
5.
beat him? He has stun hate with someone with style
Check
that can
for
reduce speed to
3. I'm
0.
gonna flip advice
He
for
has more stun
check.
hate with it can be fixed. Manly Passionate Guy is gonna build him
Check
more
for
stage.
2. Wow.
Harden's gonna,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what
2,
it does here after you
3,
block.
4,
No, it actually
5.
doesn't do much now. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anything can go through this turn and push for a lethal versus an Earth
5th
Endeavor. It just seems
enhance.
so
Discard
sturdy, so
1, draw
strong.
1.
And we'll see how this goes.
I'll
It looks like
discard and
Unwavering
Whiffling Jack
Slash
and build.
is a really good, actually, first attack. I love it. Fixes bad checks immediately and sets up a really nice field.
Yeah, it says that essentially discard any card we want, right?
Alright,
And then draw a bonus,
since I have
ready a
one or
card, draw a card,
more
and then it gives us a bit of an
one or
escape of
more
adding in the earphone jack
found-
of if I
one or
touch you,
more
I get to
assets
re-ready
that
one
were
more
in
thing.
one
So like as a bit of a
foundation,
panic button to pull it back up.
draw 1.
Oh, we drew a Sugar Rush. I love that card. That card's so tight.
Give it 1 with stain.
So it does get +1 speed. If it does deal damage, it will lose a health. Endeavor is most
that
likely
one
going to block this
attacks
just
to
because it's a
5
mid
multiple.
attack. It's probably going to be very. He's just going to feel very comfortable blocking it. Probably with Faith Shield even. Oh no, he's actually going to get rid of that Relentless.
Yeah, oh man, actually heartbreaking to see. We did not want to check that Relentless on the Relentless.
I'm
gonna see how many we have in our discard
Oh.
pile. I'm allowed to do that. It's my stream. 1, 2, 3, and 1 in card pool. Literally all of our Relentlesses are gone. Opting
Oh, no.
to cut. I would have passed that check for sure.
We will do
The reason we want to go for that block there is because even though it was for 4 damage, right? It didn't push up to the 5 damage move for Endeavor to be able to pick a card up, but it still got that 5 damage threshold in for the burn one. Is this 5 damage? This isn't 5 damage either. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, the strategy of poking him to death.
Yeah. I mean, that feels great.
He does. That's true. Losing
Yeah,
the 1 health does not count towards the
fun with
damage
the
the attack is
Jack after
dealing.
you play
Correct.
Jack,
Yeah,
discard
it's
top
2 separate
card,
instances,
rival
right? And so as Stain, we are
Stain
keeping
is
Endeavor
a
off of that
+1
selective
stop
add 1 to our hand every turn. It feels great.
I will first enhance. I will once per turn with box full of babies to draw 1, discard 1.
Okay.
Nice.
So he discarded the momentum, or
No, he used box full of babies in order to draw a card, then discard a card with its ability.
Alright.
Looks like we have -1 damage, which is an interesting play. It's actually so here's the cool thing about Endeavor under the Earth symbol specifically, right? Is you have access to Manly Friendship to enhance once per turn +1 or -1 this attack's damage. This is a 4 damage move. We could have gave it +1 damage. Let's soak our 5, and then I'll commit and pick my thing up.
are
Right?
you kidding me? That's like 200 IQ plays.
Yeah.
Bro. That's like
Hey,
too
I
much.
want this opener. I want this. Hey, I want that Relentless Barrage back in my hand. I feel I'm gonna draw some more attacks. I'm gonna soak my
doesn't
5 and kill you.
But doesn't it scare you to see the opponent with 4 or 5 more cards in hand, and you're like +1 damage to the attack? Isn't that like almost like that terrifies me? You know what I mean? To give him any kind of advantage when he has. The problem is the non-perfect information.
Right.
I think my biggest issue with card games is I just have no idea what's in your hand. I just gotta assume the worst, because the worst happens to me in real life. So I just gotta assume that's what's gonna happen here, and it's just I don't know, man. You just got a bigger heart than me. I'm terrified of doing stuff like that.
So I think it's for me, it's about reading the board state, right? So right now, Stain does have a lot of foundations, but like he has a couple of them that are committed, right? He's got 2 committeds, and if they happen to keep swinging, right? First off, they're going to commit out more cards, which is going to be great for me because I want to swing back and hit even harder. But I also had that face shield that was in my hand, so and all of my stage was ready. I had 9 ready foundations. All I had to do was commit Endeavor to pick that attack up, and then we're off to the ball game. But it doesn't matter because Endeavor can't draw attacks to save his life.
Wow. By the way, Faith Shield, I mean, that card really hits hard sometimes. It really changes the game. We see a lot of combo attacks, and I think in this meta specifically, set 2, we saw so many combo enhances. in the cards. At least, for example, Bakugo. I mean, right there, and it
Yeah.
just cancels all these combo enhances, like Yay, which is an amazing card that could be single-handedly put on any deck that uses low attacks,
You think so?
and it just,
Yep.
I
You like
absolutely
yeah?
think so.
No spam.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, it's so good. I mean, I was trying to figure out a way maybe to put it in a midnight deck because it would give it +3 speed, and it would be a free attack, and it
Okay.
was just I can see so much manipulation. I just don't see a lot of low attacks in my strategy. But yeah, man, I would love to dig your brain on my deck. I got a Midnight Chaos. I think I've seen it before on YouTube, but
Okay.
my friend actually inspired me to build the control level on it is insane. I think if it gets more draw,
Did we build one
but
pass?
Uncommit.
yeah, or that's it. I mean, Endeavor is really gonna take it to late game. I think. What do you think about this? Is this? Oh, it's just that he's not drawing. He's just not drawing what he wants.
Yeah, this is a quote fine position for Endeavor to be in. We're allowed to soak one move, right? Our goal here is to make Stain use his response on on his turn, so that we're allowed to play ball on our turn. But the big thing about build one pass is that gives so much information away about what actually my opponent has in their hand. So either it's 5 attacks and they're fishing for a 6th, or they drew 6 foundations. All Stain had to do was build 1, build 2 pass themselves, build 3 pass, and you basically looked at your opponent and said, you skipped your turn. That wasn't enough, man. I've got double hero killer, so if you do go to deadlock next turn, if you still don't draw gas, I get to commit out your entire board. I don't feel bad about it. All my moves have stun. I get to filter out my hand and continue to progress my game state, progress my board state. And as the Endeavor player, you have a single piece of deadlock. It's +2 speed stun 1. That's fine. That's okay. That is, it's not that big of a deal.
Give it -1.
Especially with you taking this turn off,
Okay.
Like I think actually playing this attack is not the correct move. I actually think that building your 3 cards out of your hand that are foundations or assets is the right move. Hold a high block, mid block, and then look at your opponent and be like, yo, try and kill me. Do your best.
Fooling with my babies.
And yeah, absolutely. And you're talking about Stain or Endeavor at this point? Because I'm looking at Stain's hand.
As Stain, I would not attack here. I would have just built
Yeah,
my
I would
3
not,
and
right?
passed.
I would,
right?
I would go for the full. Yeah, I would wait for my full turn because you're seeing. Yeah, you could read Endeavor's hand. I mean, no matter what, you're gonna need to block. So why are you using those resources? You know you're not gonna get lethal this turn, especially with this attack. I mean, with that hand, you're not gonna get lethal, no way. And now he's just extending his resources, attacking. Now he's maybe gonna build 2 more after his attack. Maybe that Specialist Sound is gonna get built. It really does give him a lot of utility for next turn. So I'm assuming he's gonna go for that, and it's just gonna kind of reduce his hand size and make it harder for him. Now, the problem is because he's not gonna be attacking, I think he's just gonna attack this one time. Endeavor doesn't get rid of anything, and Endeavor just holds on to this kind of walled off position. Oh, I guess he does get a Relentless here.
I don't think we get Relentless because we don't have anything to combo start it with. Right? Because we're about to have 6 cards in our hand again, right? I think failing a block was probably the right move. Because here's the hidden tech about failing blocks.
You're right.
They're extra reviews. It's bonus review steps on my opponent's turn, which feels great. Even successfully blocking things is bonus review step, which is what we wanted, right? There's no reason for us to hold 2 high blocks, the mid block, and double low block, right? Read your opponent's board, get rid of one of the low blocks that you had, that you weren't going to build off your Manly Passionate guy, and next turn you'll get to draw 3 cards, as opposed to now we only get to draw 1 card.
See, that's why you were actually condemning Stain's position here, because if he holds on to these attacks, he puts Endeavor in a worse position.
Correct.
Oh no, he went for the next one as well. Okay. And now Endeavor gets one more attack, basically, or a possibility for an attack.
Right, there's that, and like, so this is just begging Endeavor to block and then rebuild, and then if it happens to be, like we see it as a second pull no punches, now everything gets +4 speed, +2 damage, or +4 speed, and then 2 instances of stun 1. That's a cracked Stain board. There's nothing Stain won't be able to block anything, and Endeavor has this 20 cards in the discard pile. Everything's getting +3 damage. It's soon to be +4 damage. There's a lot going on, but with the Sugar Rush coming in.
Ooh.
That
Sugar
might
Rush.
be pretty bad.
Can you talk about Sugar Rush a little bit? I feel like this is insane.
This card's cracked. This card's
It's
so
literally-
good.
it's cracked.
Remove 10 cards from your discard pile. Your attack is +2 speed, +4 damage is like an insane rate. It's so good. Those cards you didn't need, you checked them. They're in the trash. Just remove them from the game. The only issue where this card can cause you trouble is 1 on damage or speed resets, right? So you just like lost 10 foundations for the late game, or 2, you have an opponent who's playing so defensively that they will force you to cycle, in which case you lost an entire cycle on this 1 attack. It is cool. It is a very cool attack to
Can you talk
see.
about a balanced number of Sugar Rush in a deck? Because you do a lot of deck theory, and
Yeah.
it's just my brain is just too small to really condense all the information you give out in those videos. So Sugar Rush, is that nice? Is that a good? Okay? Is that like a 1, 2, 3 of, or is that like a must-have, need? I need it. What do you think?
Oh, this play is about to be so tight. Holy cow. Let me. I want to talk in depth about that. If we pass this block, that sucks. Checks 0, and this is an 8, 9, 10. Literally
Check
tap my
9.
entire board to pass this card. It was for 9 though. Going down to 7 seems kind of spooky. I probably would have failed that card too. Anywho, okay, so back to Sugar Rush. So there's 2 schools of thoughts on it, right? So it can either be really late game, where late in a turn, late in a string, you've got your final move, they're committed out, and you, for essentially free, you added a bonus poke attack onto your string, right? I just toss, oop, there's +2, +4 to push me over the edge. The other school of thought is on turn 2, as a 7 hand size character, as an aggressive 6 hand size character, you can have 10 cards in your discard pile, and you just yeet them all out of your discard pile and slam an extra 2/4 on a move that's going to kill you, a move that's going to kill your opponent, right? Like right now, I'm playing 3x Sugar Rush in my Fire Todoroki deck because on turn 2, I want to play out 6 cards out of my hand, and then redraw, play 2 attacks on the third one. I Sugar Rush, and with the +2/+2 from Todoroki and the +2/+4 from Sugar Rush, if I sneak those moves through and you're stunned out with my stuff, I've chunked half of your life. I'm in a way better position. My 27 to your 8 feels really, really good in that 6 hand size matchup. Or maybe even that Sugar Rush is what pushes me over as to fight the 7 hand size character. If I put you to 7 and I'm at 27 as a 7 hand size character, any move I throw kills you, every single one. And so it is 2 schools of thought of like, how are you going to utilize this card? And we haven't even talked about the other enhance on it, which is damage reduction hate, right? Like we easily could Sugar Rush and toss the Manly Friendship and be like, yo, -1 damage. We don't need that.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, you get rid of it. Flip it. Yep. It does have stun hit. Anything that does deal or give out any damage can be flipped, I think.
Yeah, correct. It flips. Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. And then this is actually amazing. I mean, Stain is so weird to go against. Can you talk about how to go against Stain? I mean, do you just... Exactly. Do you, after your rival makes a check to play a card, do you just wait for him to force? Yeah, I guess you just have to, like you said, force a bad defense, a bad block.
Right.
And then from there, that's your push attack, right? Is there any other way to play around this character? I mean, this is insane.
So the big thing is, first and foremost, like the response on Stain is so incredibly good. It is really, really good. But getting to that game state of you have to hit your opponent in order to make it turn on is this really fun mini game that Stain gets to play. And so Stain's gameplay works in two spots, right? The first half is gameplay. I gotta get a hit in, which is where his top enhance comes into play. And then his second game plan is anything that is threatening or anything that I want to push damage through. I accidentally want to give essentially +3 speed on. I can. I don't want you to play your type of game, so I can -3 yours. Essentially, if you -3 and they choose to fail a card, your character's at enhance commit discard a card. Right? which feels great. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
that's a damn good ability. That's what Torino does, right? But Torino doesn't have that plus speed. Torino doesn't have that plus bonus damage if your weapon attack hits. It is really, really good in that scenario. So what do you have to do to fight that? You have to play around and bait out that response. Have a hand of four attacks and go 3 of these get the job done. I'll threaten the first one. He gets rid of it, and I'll just yeet my card. I don't care about this card. I got 3 more. It's fine. Especially as an Endeavor who gets to pick up these bonus cards. I think these, and I'm gonna say this, and I hope you go back and watch the VOD. You're as the Endeavor player, you're just playing bad pokes. You're playing bad pokes and just letting Stain punish you in this way. You have to string out this character and realize that one of them is going to suck. You're going to check a 0 on one of these cards. So either yeet it or be prepared for it by going to Deadlock.
Yeah, Endeavor actually opens up such a special playstyle where he actually wants to get hit. He almost like invites you to punch him, baits you into punching him, and then maybe Stain will actually kind of get baited and overextend a little bit and leave an opening after an extended rounds of poking from Endeavor for maybe 6 or 7 turns.
Yeah, it really depends on like how well you can leverage your hand against your opponent, right? As we see, Stain is dancing in and out of Deadlock in order to fight around these pull no punches, but Endeavor just refuses to play in that game state. All you have to do to fight Stain's Deadlock pressure before this turn was literally go to Deadlock for 2 turns, and then he's out of gas, right? Because Hero Killer says Deadlock first form, so the first thing you do on your turn, remove : so it's gone, it's off the table. So if you can survive through that onslaught for 2 turns in a row, right? Because there's a first form, and you wait, and then a first form, and then you wait. Build to the moon. Go to 20 foundations. We don't care. And he's just refusing to play in that play space, and so that means that the threat of Deadlock still will loom later whenever you are forced into it, because I mean, we keep taking these moves. Eventually, we'll have to stop taking them. And if we don't draw gas, we have to play a foundation to pass at bare minimum.
Yeah, Tam, you're saying he should have taken it. He was a little healthy earlier, much healthier, stronger. He still had this developed field, and he could have taken that damage. And he could have actually taken any punishment that could have came after Hero Killer and then withstand it. And now he had a better, yeah, exactly. No more Hero Killers on the field. And but it just seems like Endeavor is just kind of stuck almost. I don't know, like it's just 1 attack per turn. I don't know if this is a good position he wants to be in. Maybe this is the game plan. I just don't know. It feels like he's just so far behind now.
There's a Gutter Punk Elbow on the table. Excuse me? Gutter Punk Elbow is being played in a deck? What? I guess it's really good when you want to pick up your Unwavering Slashes. I guess. Man, that card.
You really don't like that card?
It's just really hard to play. It's really, really hard to play. It is a 5 diff combo card, which means at bare minimum it's a 6 difficulty move, right? 5 mid for 5, fine stats. Discard momentum, which means something had to have gone right in my game plan. Add the first card in my card pool to my hand. It picks up. And it doesn't even combo with itself, because it itself is a Fury Slam, and it combos with weapon. And so, like, this is just a hard card to play. If you check a 3 on this card, committing 3 resources to clear your card pool by 1, the card has to be amazing, which Unwavering Slash is that card. But, man, this card just doesn't hit very hard. It's a very utility card. I'll say it again. I think it's an interesting choice. I'd love to know the number. How many Gutter Punk Elbows are in this deck? Is it just the 1? If so, that's so tight. That's so sick.
Ooh, I love this block with Harden. We actually gained the -2 damage.
Why does he get +1 speed? Does he say Fury? Your weapon attack? No?
+1 speed, I think, from the charge.
It's not a charge. No, it's a Fury Slam combo. I'm gonna look at all his face
Oh,
downs.
+1 from the weapon. It's a weapon.
It's
Oh,
not a weapon.
No, it's not a weapon.
Yeah.
It's not a weapon.
Yeah,
You're
there's...
right. Maybe that's misplay.
I think it might be a misplay.
Could be from attack. Wait, let me see. No, it's not attack either.
Respond with earphone jack
Yep.
to everyone.
You just got to commit to do that.
And then
Your
I wonder what ability he canceled.
Earphone to ready a card.
Go for an awakening slash on a 6. Check say 5. 6.
Okay, I'll do it for you. Easy
He
peasy.
got it. Yep.
Yes. Thank you, Tam.
Welcome.
Uh,
Hey, it's what I'm here for. I'm here to do it.
no response to play.
I've noticed Stain's been checking really tough, honestly.
Yeah, and I've been checking the greatest, but I think it is okay. We do have a way more proactive stage than what Endeavor has, just because we're able to build these assets and still stay out of deadlock to fight that pull no punches. I will say, I think if played optimally, I think that these two players should have killed each other by now, especially in Stain's position.
I think honestly, it's just Stain's been either checking really badly and just been kind of not ready for those bad checks and just kind of takes a step back every time he sees one, or he just did not draw exactly what he wanted to kind of get that final push. Although we did see a lot of nice attacks that he kind of wasted, those discard 2 momentum attacks that dealt insane amount of damage late game. But yeah, I'm not sure here who's more developed. You're right. I think Endeavor is just taking so many hits. At some point, he's just not going to be able to, and he's just not going to be able to finish it in time. And Stain just makes it so weird. I mean, look how many assets Stain has. How do you play around that?
I mean, the answer is really just like know what they do and not care. The box full of babies is only like it's an asset that's +1/+1, right? And then filter draw, which is fine, but it's nothing really to write home about. It's really cool with Unwavering because you get to just like cheat it in as you want. The thing that I would be really afraid of actually is the create capture or quick create, because that card says that I accidentally, if I do go to deadlock, that's I mean, we could have ended this turn with Unwavering Slash because Endeavor did build to 11 foundations. If the first enhancement we did was the deadlock on quick create, this could have been an 8 mid for 8 that came in, or excuse me, it would have been an 8 mid for 4 that came in because I got the -2 from the hardened block, and then you just powerfuled it up to the 8 damage, and then I still have Stain, so it's an 8, 9, 10, 11 speed move. That's game. But we just like didn't read the board state correctly and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So like just keeping track of all these little things is where like your chat I give the example of like being a body player. This is where a body player would not have missed that line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, with 7 ready foundations, even the 1 mid block that we have in our hand doesn't get there. But honestly, we still might be able to get there with we've added the 2 damage. We're just finding a different line, but it's just technically just a little slower, you know?
Oh man. So Rooftop is getting built here.
So it was added in with Quick Create. So Quick Create says enhance, add the top card of your discard pile to your card pool. The stack gets +2 or -2 damage. And so we pushed it up to stats. So this could be check a 3, and then we need a 7.
Yeah. New training methods are 4.
I checked internship with the best genus. Yeah, that's what I destroyed earlier.
Okay. Yeah, it's just not doesn't want to appear on there. So yeah, no. So you check a 5.
So you checked a 5.
I don't know why.
Question is why, or do we commit to make this check poor? That is the question, right? Got to do a little math, because you could say that he checked it 2, right? On the 6, commit 4 resources. The question is does this last move in our hand actually kill? And I don't think that it does. It'll do 6 damage, which is not enough? Question mark.
It'll do 7 exactly. I think.
Well, it doesn't combo.
No,
with
it doesn't combo. It doesn't
Rooftop
combo. It'll
anymore.
only do 5.
Yeah.
Oh, +1. Wait, it is an attack and box full of babies. Oh, it's no, never mind. Sorry,
Is committed already.
Yeah, he just can't end him if... Okay, there it is.
I'm going to take all these cards and I'm going to group them together. I'm going to put them in this neato remove from game pile.
Nice block. I mean, that tight-lipped is an insane card. It's a 0 difficulty, 1 mid modifier, and has a pretty nice effect. I mean, you just get rid of whatever you want and get +1. That's a really insane card. I mean, that's so nice.
Checks a 5. Looks good. We have to commit 2 resources. 6, 7.
Okay.
We've got the face down to pay for it. This is still only 6. As Endeavor, we don't even have to worry about this card.
I guess we get rid of another block. I mean, can Endeavor survive another turn of just...
Yeah, the correct move here...
No pun intended.
Is
from attack.
Is attempt to block, right? Like, that's just what we do. And this is on a 5?
Yeah,
oh, it should be on a 6? Oh, he just... Oh, Stain's committed. He can't even do the burn. Oh, man. And now we review one. This is Endeavor's game to win. How many... We're now at +5 damage on every move, and Stain is all but committed out. If we draw just a little bit of heat, it's going to go to Endeavor. It's going to show you why heroes always win.
Yeah, once you push that specialist sound sideways, I mean, that's game.
Yeah, this is spooky. Because this card...
Let's see how he draws. Okay, not bad, I guess. I guess he does have so many relentless.
Correct.
That's actually huge. So yeah, I mean the discard. How many in his? Yeah,
he's
32.
Got
that's
3 more in the discard, so it's +5 damage on every move. Not to mention he's got double harden and the manly passionate or manly friendship. Yeah, this is crazy.
Also, sorry.
Would you actually Texas smash there, or would you relentless first? I feel like.
Commit to give it -3.
So your 2 options are if you relentless first, you don't get to go pick up the relentlesses because you lost the combo. But if you Texas, you make this move hit for 4 bonus damage. I think the answer is Texas and then relentless, because then like this is an 8 damage Texas because of the +5 from Endeavor, and then you're forcing your opponent. You give +4 to the next one, and you tell your opponent, "Yo, you gotta block all of these." I've got 4 more attacks coming in, and they're all gonna be for 9 damage. 3 of these touch you, you're dead. Those better be good blocks in your hand. Interesting that we decided to... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was just reading out relentless. It is a combo enhance, combo punch, and it does say lose 2 health, add 1 copy. So yeah, no matter what, it's blocked. No matter what, nothing. As long as it lands and it's a combo enhance, it can activate and pick itself up. So yeah, absolutely, you're right. You want to go with the Texas Smash first, even though you don't get that +4 damage. You do get a +4 on this attack if you discard the card, and you get the Relentless Barrage, which we have 1 million now in the discard pile.
Am I missing...
Nice, but go ahead, sir.
Did we use a deadlock ability when my opponent's not at deadlock?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Huh. Also, we definitely know he has a relentless in hand, and we chose to block with our only mid block. We're supposed to block this one, right? Like, this is the one we're supposed to block? Because it's about to get massive? It's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage, 14, 15, 16, 17. This attack could threaten lethal if we just pop both the hardens.
I've never seen a stronger relentless barrage.
Yeah, that's what it never does, right? He just stacks on stacks on stacks.
I used to call like Endeavor the worst normal, but I don't know, man. I mean, he's pretty resilient.
He's just a different Nomu. He's just different, which is neat, right? Like the characters play each other's kits really well. Like, there's very, very few things scarier than like a Hellfire Punch coming up from Nomu. Yep. It's like an 8 mid for 10, like for free, for pressing 2 free buttons. And if you block with it, you lift it back up to your hand. That card's nuts in him. Card's nuts.
You think this is that they play each other so well, each other's cards so well? It's like kind of an analogy to the thin line between villainship and heroism.
For sure, that's what the creators were thinking of, right? When they made these characters.
I'm sure that's exactly what they were alluding to. For sure.
Yeah, really the duality of man, like. Yeah, Midoriya breaks his fingers. That's why he discards cards. Yeah.
I love how cartoons they give us so much virtue.
12.
Anyways, so this relentless is huge.
This is for lethal. This is 17.
Well, yep.
How did he get the +2 speed?
Cannot block. +2. True. Where is?
I think this is. Chat. I think this is what we call cheating.
Oh, maybe that's
I'll ask.
lose to.
How did that move get +2 speed? Question mark. Stay. Oh. I'm moving everything around.
Oh, maybe he was deadlocked. Wait.
He's not at 9.
Deadlocked.
Yeah, he's got 9 foundations.
Yeah, they thought he was deadlocked.
Stain is at 9 foundations.
Oh, there's hope.
Smiley face.
There's hope to block. Oh, there's no
Assets
hope. There's no
don't
hand.
count. Smiley face.
7, 8, 9. Oh yeah.
Tam, I don't think Jix's has a hand.
No, Jaxus does not have a hand.
It's not. I don't think this is gonna matter. So big, dude. 17 damage relentless. That's so big. And did he give it the +1 from Manly? So big.
He's dead either way. It doesn't matter. But understanding the rules and playing the game correctly is important.
Yes. Man, Endeavor, man. This game made Endeavor look so much fun. It felt like Endeavor was on the brink of defeat. He was, holding on to his pinky on the cliff, and all of a sudden, a gust of wind kind of pulled him upwards, and he took the whole game with one punch. It's insane. That's so amazing. He couldn't even lose too much health. He would have only picked 2 barrages. So if the guy was able to block a couple, he would have maybe been able to come back. But no.
So what do you think? What do you think Stain does in the next match to shore up this win? What do you think Stain could have done differently?
I think Stain needs to. I mean, I guess he was pretty aggressive. I just feel like he could have utilized, maybe tried to utilize. I guess Endeavor just never gave him a chance to utilize his response on Endeavor's turn, right? Endeavor never really. He only attacked once per turn till the final turn, where he punched twice. And then, I mean, I really don't know. As Stain, I guess you just gotta aggress harder. You don't want Endeavor to be that developed, and with 7 relentless in his discard pile, you just wanna kind of get rid of him as soon as possible. So I would try to take 2 turns to build up, and then my 3rd turn maybe attack four times. Just pressure as much as I can. Force him to release cards, even if he's releasing relentlesses and stuff. Still, I'm dealing damage. At some point, he's just not gonna be able to pick up any attacks for free without feeling the need to block or anything. But yeah, I think Stain can do it. He does have amazing skills. Response is insane, absolutely unpredictable, very utilitarian. I mean, it could be used in so many ways. Has a lot of speed, can lose 1 health. I mean, there's ways for Stain to win this game. I think just a little bit more aggression. What about you?
I think the answer, honestly, is just do better math. He even if we responded that, so I think that last response was really bad on Stain's part, because you make it a 2-check, and then you just commits 3 bonus cards, which he has the resources for, and then you can't kill him, right? There's no way that Endeavor's not going to commit out those resources. So just do better math, hold better blocks. All in all, just play a tighter game, because I think that was Stain's game to lose. I don't like how Endeavor was playing the game.
I think Stain, his response can really be detrimental to himself, because he has to commit himself, forcing himself kind of out of the game. And so yeah, and once Stain is kind of response is emptied out and used, I mean, it really does open up a huge opening to to jump in. I mean, now you feel free. There's nothing else holding you back. Stain's completely committed because he overextended the turn before, tried to push you try to get you to, I don't know. I mean, Stain just never, every attack, every turn he went for like a huge amount of damage. I mean, I guess he could, he just went for one huge attack, and if he could do one or two instead, that would be a bit much bigger difference. But just that one huge attack is just not going to be enough against an Endeavor, who's going to want to take the first one, block the next huge one, and then is just going to keep blocking you from there, unless you commit yourself and use yourself and abuse yourself, and kind of push yourself out of the game, put yourself behind if you can't end the game right now. Like, if you're going to use your Stain, it better be a finisher, you know what I mean? And he did use it once where it was almost like, that's it, this is gonna finish him, and he used it in that way. But multiple times I think he used his response offensively on Stain offensively instead of defensively, and it could have changed the game for himself. Absolutely.
All right, I completely agree. Yeah. Just do better math.
So Endeavor is actually really happy right now. He has his full regeneration, one of the best super regeneration. Sorry, one of the best Earth foundations for himself. He loves this. It's a bad block, but it's insane. It's so good. Yeah. And then, what do you think about internship with Best Genius, man? It's such a good card. I feel like this is a 4-off in every deck for no reason. You know,
especially in Endeavor. Endeavor loves the heck out of this card under 2 of his symbols, because it says it puts a second card in your discard pile for playing 1 card, right? Like, even right now, as we played, we have 5 cards in the discard pile, even though we played 4. And so, like, we get to mill that discard pile. We get to add cards to that discard pile at a little quicker rate than normal. So that means our attacks are going to hit a little harder. Stain just drew 4 attacks after building 2 foundations and then checked a 5th attack. That sucks. That really sucks. We wanted to build here, and we are choosing to attack. But luckily, we do have box to filter, unless we draw another attack. What the heck is going on? Actually insane.
Actually,
excuse me?
Can you talk about that mindset that you need to have as a Stain player with so many low checks? Like, if I want to use Stain's amazing cards, like Dropkick Slicer.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the mindset or the deck theory that you need to go through to kind of put those 1 checks in a deck?
Yeah, you just gotta make sure that your deck building philosophy is good as well, you know? You gotta make sure that you are solid enough in your... I would have thrown a second attack here and punished unbelievably for it.
Yeah.
I want to get that poke in so I can
I guess he doesn't want to give him that attack.
His face is committed. His character's committed. We're good.
Oh, true. You're right. Yeah.
Even checking the 3 on the 5. I mean, I commit my last face down. I commit Stain. I don't get the response anymore, but this response is then online for the rest of the game. But anyways, back to bad checks. You just have to make sure that your deck building is tailored towards it. Make sure that you've got plenty of low difficulty foundations that you can build out safely on turn 1, and so on and so forth.
Okay. That's how you go around it. You just expect it to come.
Yeah, you just expect it. You just respect it. Respect the card. This is insane. This is the craziest, worst poke of all time. Build 3 paths, man. See orange, play orange. See orange, play orange. I hate these lines.
Man, I can't believe how strong Faith Shield is in this game. It's like stopping every momentum gain, and it's needed. Really shutting down a lot.
It's needed. I think that card is really, really important for the health of the game. It feels bad to get Faith Shielded, but it feels really good to use an intelligent Faith Shield to stop combos, to stop momentum, to stop throws. It's just like a good hand trap.
It's kind of... Is it really an intelligent usage? I mean, is it almost kind of a... I mean, I haven't seen Endeavor not first turn or first attack help. Maybe he did. Maybe he did block once into a Faith Shield. No. What he did once was he failed block, then he Faith Shield.
Right.
Failed the block, then he Faith Shield once. I guess there is an intelligent way to play this, but I just feel like it just gives you so much for free. So
there's no way. We just discarded a card. He says we're swinging another attack. He wants this man dead. He wants him so dead. Sorry.
Oh, he's going for it.
This is a block on a 5. Checks a 2. We can't even recheck. Yeah, I guess we take 4. Easy peasy. Swing that punch. I'm so sorry. I missed your question. So here's my thing on Face Shield, right? Last turn, we saw Face Shield completely commit out Endeavor in order to block one move. If we had a proper build turn from Stain where we actually built 4, built 5 on turn 1, there were 2, 3 more attacks coming afterwards. There just were. And so, like, there's so much pressure that could have happened because we decided to sell out for that block. Not to mention, let's say that Stain was online, right? That 3 mid block now becomes essentially a 6 mid block because of the -3 of the check. Like, if that's the way you want to roundabout do your math, and say that, like, yo, this just doesn't, you're gonna sell out even harder to have this bad block, commit even more resources. All right, now you've opened yourself up. Yeah, this one didn't hit, but now I get to play into these other. It's kind of like playing against Stain, right? Where I'm wanting you to block with this one face shield, and then the rest of my moves are gonna swing really, really hard.
Oh man, that's amazing analysis. Thank you, Tam. Look at this Hail Flame cross punch. It's huge.
It's big.
It's 8, 7 mid. Or 9, because Endeavor can only gain +1 damage right now. Ooh, an attempt to block, and it's...
Passes. Yep, it's on a 1 mid block. Wow. So this was on a... Oh, hold on. This was a 7. Yeah, this is on an 8. Check the 5, 6, 7, 8 with our last 3 cards. And so we took 4 there, which is fine. It's a fine number. I mean, better than not. And then get a build 1. Get a build 1. Why would you only build 1? To build 2 more. Build 2 more, please, I'm begging. Build foundation.
He's scared. He's scared to stay in the +4.
Well, we have another face shield in hand, right? Like, we have another one. So, like, we just, like,
True.
block with that one and then feel fine, feel great, feel pog. Just block with that one. You're fine.
Nice draws from Stain. I mean, but he's gonna need to develop his field. I mean, yeah. I guess he has no option right now except to attack, though.
I mean, the answer is you just play Unwavering, right? You play Unwavering because even if it checks poorly, you could Advice for Winners. And then if you still check poorly, you can ready a card, draw a card. You get to filter off of babies. You get to draw a card. You get to discard that asset and just build it in for free. Like, there's a lot going on with this card. And so we'll see if he decides to take this one.
We can draw something. If we can draw something good from Unwavering, there might be a way to do a lot of damage actually this turn with Sugar Rush, and we got 3 more attacks. I mean, 2 more attacks.
Well, the thing is like, versus Endeavor, you want to play a bit more of a patient game, right? Because I only want to poke you for 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. That's the goal. Because as soon as I hit you for 5, I'm going to give you that bonus resource, and you're going to swing back on me and hit me really hard. So even like, I'm here, I'm good. I just build my 2 foundations, go up to 6 foundations, technically have more foundations than Endeavor, and then pass. Or even, hey, let's get... Just kidding, we don't need foundations. Foundations are cringe. We get rid of the action, right? We get rid of the action, the 1 high block, and we build 4 foundations. And now I'm controlling the board state better, and I've got things like Hero Killer that are now online because I'm ahead. I've got Quick Create for minus damage. Hopefully I'm going to... We're pushing up to 6 damage, which just says, yo, I'm going to give you a free attack. Okay, this is an interesting call.
It is a 5 min for 6.
Swinging for 6.
True, yeah. Endeavor's going to take it +3, yep. Oh, he didn't really need that +2. That's kind of forceful, but maybe he's trying to get rid of the discard pile and reduce the damage he's going to get from Endeavor. Kind of actually makes sense here.
Yeah, but you gave him the damage in the first place.
I guess he could have used it on the stomp.
My thing is, I just don't even think you needed to play another move. Poke him for 4, make him use the Super Rejuvenation, build up your wall, build up your defense, and get him next time. Get him next time. Snag a momentum, and then be chill with it. You have a move that says discard 2 momentum plus 14 damage. We're down for that. That's literally half of Endeavor's life, right? True. Play a couple pokes, get him down to that 14 range, and then blast him from space.
I see what you're talking about, Tam. And this Unwavering should have just been a 1 attack for this turn, just to get rid of that hand, develop your field, get that build, and then went for those foundation builds. Now he's just gonna try to force more damage, and I guess now 1 bad check is gonna be really detrimental. I guess he's really comfortable with pushing hard now with Advice for Winners, which is insane. If you guys don't know what it does, Flip after you check printed 3 to play, recheck it, which is insane. Basically, if you check any attacks, you get to recheck.
Yeah.
Gives you one more chance to get a good check. And so maybe that's why he's pushing. But yeah, I really believe Unwavering was a great play. Get some build up, but there's just too much pushing right now. Okay. We see Sugar Rush.
Okay.
I guess Stain, yeah, I guess he's going for my strategy where he wants to be aggressive and try to push Endeavor a little hard. Just push him back as ASAP. But I think just Stain just got a couple of early bad turns. He's just a little behind. It would have been very, like you said, it would have been really nice, positive for him to build a little bit.
Okay, I did not know that.
So, a small thing about playing Sugar Rush, and I don't know if you know this or not, but if you look at this card, look at the cost on it. Enhance remove 10 cards from your discard pile, this attack gets +2 speed and +4 damage. So the way this card works is you lay this card into your card pool, and then you remove the 10 cards out of your discard pile. You remove them.
Okay.
And then you make your check to see if the card is successful or not. So the card that you check cannot actually be one of the 10 cards that you removed. That did not happen here because we checked the Binding Cloth Assault. But let's say that you have 9 cards in your discard pile and you want to play Sugar Rush and remove the check. You can't because you put in your card pool, you remove the thing and then continue.
Okay, nice call. Thank you so much for that. Actually,
Yeah.
no, I had no idea.
I'm gonna pass as well.
Okay, quick creation has been creating. He just created another attack onto the card pool to give +2 damage to the piercing descent. So now it's pumping a lot of damage.
Yeah, this move is absolutely massive, and it is going to connect. We're going to respond to Stain and give it -3. 6, 7, 8. Right, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this could not pass, and we even get to keep Stain. So now this is a big move, right? This was 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 total damage because of the combo and then so on. And so now we get to what? Build 2 pass?
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we know Endeavor's not going to be pushing us.
Specialist is sound to reveal.
Ooh.
This is great. Yeah. We built that last high block in our hand, making our check. It's a hero killer. If Stain wants to try and recover, we just keep him down at low foundation counts. And then we have the 1 high block in our hand on the attack to block with. I think not building this card is a mistake, specifically because if my opponent takes a turn off. That's another foundation I know I'm gonna add up to my hand. Excuse me? Why are we playing this card?
Wow.
What is happening? Why
I'm
are we
actually
doing
surprised.
this? Why are we doing this? This is the greediest thing of all time.
Oh no. What is he doing? What?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This is the greediest move of all time.
7.
Wow. Is this 4
Okay.
extra damage worth it? Question mark? The answer's no, right?
He doesn't have lethal.
No. This is another poke trying to get us down
This
to the.
is just. Oh no.
This is
no.
so greedy.
No, I think building there, like you said, building, you have that +1. You know exactly what you're gonna check next turn. Oh no. Oh.
By the way, I forgot.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think.
Piercing descent did damage. It should take 1.
I don't think that we.
And then.
Man, I don't think that like we're in the threat of like losing here, but we're certainly not in the threat of losing.
The thing is, Tam, look at Stain's field. I mean, he does have advice for winners, but besides that, there's nothing that's gonna save him from a bad check. Nothing.
I mean, Stain will, right? Like that's the question is committing Stain worth the 4 damage, because this is gonna be a full block. But the thing about letting this block pass is we get to manly and build it down, which means instead of going into our attack turn with 5 foundations, we now have 6 foundations, and every move is going to be getting +2 damage, soon to be +3 damage as soon as we get 3 more cards in the discard pile. I mean, so
I would stain it. Just to not get the map.
Yeah, I don't think that I would have. I think we disagree there. I think I would have.
Because I know he's not gonna attack me next turn.
I mean, he might.
Yeah,
He might. We saw him pick up an attack. We saw him pick up an attack that gets big.
Yep. That gets
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's just I feel like the Endeavor tried to develop so much last game. I feel like I would feel safe feeling like he doesn't feel comfortable pushing hard unless he's developed. At least in me, that's how I feel. We'll see. We'll see what he does here. I mean, and no matter what, Stain could only block one more attack next turn anyways, and we'll see if Endeavor wants to push here. I mean, Endeavor's hand is so nice. It's two of his best cards.
Okay. So, right now, we have 5, 6, 7 damage, and we get to build more. Or draw more cards.
Ooh, that back
So we got
alleyway, man.
17, 14 damage. Guaranteed if we
Stun
just check 2
two?
5s.
Wait, we just stunned Stain out of the game.
Yeah.
Done too.
He just readied one himself.
Yeah, it happens. Misclicks happen.
Okay,
this
so
is
back alley haymaker is
still-
so good here.
Okay, now we have a ball game. This might be a dead Stain. Actually, that draw one might have just done it. It was a Texas Smash.
Oh, he
Check-
did draw it. Okay,
check
that's
check
what I
3
was gonna
5s
say.
and this game's over.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's a lot of damage. So that's plus
And-
2. Actually, in one more discard is gonna be plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Stain cannot block a single attack right now. He cannot block a single attack.
Yeah. On a 4-5.
Oh yeah, that's lethal.
This is it. This is game over. We had to check
Can you
2 3s
give-
there.
Can you give Hellflame plus 4 so you can get the speed? I mean, no matter what, I guess.
So
Doesn't
the
even
way
mean-
Texas works is it says that your next attack gets plus 4. It doesn't matter what it is. And
Oh,
so
that's true. So
Yeah.
it is gonna get the plus 1 damage over the plus 3. Yeah, this game's done.
this is it. And you can't block anything.
Stain could have blocked that first back alley. I mean, no, he couldn't because he got stunned out. That back alley haymaker. I mean, no,
He could-
He
he
didn't
could-
need to go.
he-
He didn't need to attack.
He didn't need to attack, first and foremost, and secondly, he attacked with a 1 high block. So this Texas Smash didn't hit him. Right? You literally check
Okay.
a 5 as your move, and then you're fine.
Okay, so both games almost like Stain.
Yeah.
So this is on a 6, and there are 0 6 checks under the all symbol.
Yeah,
And a
that's
5, 6,
game.
7. Even when you check a 3 here, it doesn't matter.
That's
This is
7
already lethal.
plus 7 damage
Yep.
and plus 3 speed. So it's going to be 7 mid for 10 damage. No, 11 damage.
Yeah.
Yep, lethal.
And that's
Yeah, yeah.
going to be it.
And there it is.
Ooh, attempting to block.
All right. And that all came off of the back of Endeavor knowing when to push, and
Hey, you were right,
Stain just
actually.
doing just a little bit of bad math.
I did not think Endeavor was gonna push for the win, and you called it. Yeah. Amazing.
when you went
amazing
for
game.
the,
Yeah,
foundation
nice,
and the
info.
extra
I feel like
attack,
you
I
have
was like,
perfect
oh,
info about
Lord.
this game. I don't know how.
I was so glad you were pretty much committed.
What
after
about you,
that,
Tam?
'cause you couldn't-
Yeah.
When did you start?
Yeah.
Like,
couldn't
why
defend
did you
and
start
couldn't
playing
be
Universal?
confident. I was like,
Oh, I got demoed on it a long time
The
ago,
only
and then just like
thing
really
that,
enjoyed the game. Same with you. I was
main
a
reason
Yu-Gi-Oh
why I
kid
was like that
whenever
was
I
like,
first started playing
I
card
can get
games.
an extra
Let me
4 damages
let me
on
get
this
into a conversation with
because,
these fellas, and then
I know it's
I
gonna
have to
pass
restart my
because
computer
of,
because I think it might be lagging on my end.
what's on
Specialist.
top? Yeah, for sure. I had the blocks